Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a spice that defines countless cuisines all over the world. You know the one. It brings flavor, color, and sometimes, even tears to our eyes. We're talking about the chili pepper. But I'll bet its history is not what you think. So let's unravel this surprising journey together. Okay, so when you think of a spicy curry or a really fiery dish, where does your mind go? Probably straight to India, right? I mean, it just feels like the natural home of the chili. But what if I told you that for most of its long history, Indian food had absolutely no chilies at all? Yep, that's right. The spice that is so central to Indian identity isn't actually from India. So where on earth did it come from? Well, let's trace its incredible journey across the globe.
Our story begins not in Asia, but thousands and thousands of miles away in the Americas, where the chili was a pretty well-kept secret for millennia.
And what's really wild about this is just how deep this history goes. We're talking 6,000 years ago. People in areas around modern-day Mexico and Bolivia were the very first to cultivate it. It was a cornerstone of their diet, and they even used it as medicine, long before the rest of the world even knew it existed. And then, in 1492, a certain European explorer shows up.
So when Christopher Columbus came across this fiery little red fruit, its sharp heat immediately reminded him of something familiar and incredibly valuable back home, black peppercorns. So he just called it a pepper, and, well, the name stuck. Even though botanically, they're not related at all. It's a classic case of mistaken identity that literally changed culinary language forever.
So how did this American native become such an Indian icon? This is where the story takes a really fascinating turn, as the chili travels east, completely reversing the traditional spice routes.
So, in the 16th century, Portuguese traders who had set up these big trade routes from the Americas brought the chili to their colonies in India, starting with Goa. And from that one coastal entry point, it just spread like wildfire. I mean, the Indian climate was perfect for it, and the culture totally embraced its heat, spreading it from the northern plains of Punjab all the way down to the southern tip of Tamil Nadu. You know, it's almost as if the entire subcontinent looked at this new ingredient with a bit of a challenge, basically saying, come on, we'll show you what real spice is. See, India didn't just adopt the chili, it completely transformed it, creating this culinary love affair that's still going strong today. And this is where the story gets even more interesting. India went from being an importer of this new spice to becoming one of the world's most important producers and innovators of the chili pepper really quickly. And this just shows you the incredible diversity. The chili isn't just one thing in India, not at all. You've got the Kashmiri mirch, which is famous for its stunning red color more than its heat. Then there's the Guntur chili from Andhra Pradesh, which packs a serious punch. From Karnataka, you get the fragrant and spicy Bayadaji. And of course, from Assam, the legendary Bhut Jolokia. You might know it as the ghost pepper, once known as the world's hottest. Each one has its own unique identity.
And beyond the incredible flavor and heat, chilies were also adopted for their health benefits. People believed they helped with digestion, fired up your metabolism, and could even give your immune system a little boost. So the main takeaway here is, it became way more than just an ingredient.
But what is that heat, really? You know, what's the actual science behind that burning sensation that we either love or maybe fear? Well, it all comes down to this, the Scoville scale. It's the official system for measuring a chili's punch. The higher the Scoville heat units, or SHU, the more intense the heat. Think of it like the Richter scale, but for spice.
And just how high can that scale go? Well, that Bhut Jolokia we mentioned earlier, it clocks in at over 1 million Scoville heat units. Now, to put that into perspective for you, a jalapeno is usually around 5,000. So yeah, that is some serious heat.
So what causes that feeling? It's a chemical compound called capsaicin. It's basically the engine of the chili. The more capsaicin a pepper has, the higher it's going to rank on the Scoville scale, and the more intense that burning feeling is when it hits your tongue.
So when you look at the whole picture, from an ancient American crop to a global phenomenon, the chili pepper's journey is really a story of exploration, trade, and amazing cultural fusion. You see, this humble little plant did way more than just spice up our food. It connected continents. It followed the paths of explorers and traders, weaving itself right into the fabric of cultures from South America to Europe and all across Asia, creating brand new culinary traditions everywhere it landed. So the next time you feel that familiar, fiery kick in your meal, just take a second and remember its journey. Because as the saying goes, this isn't just flavor, It's a moment of history. You're literally tasting a story of discovery and connection that spans the entire globe. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? Things like the potato, the tomato, the chili, they're all immigrants to most of the world's kitchens. And that leaves me with one final thought for you. What other everyday food on your plate has a hidden history just waiting to be discovered?